guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a book haul. I know that one of my last couple videos, or probably maybe the video right before this, was a book haul, but that was quite a few months ago and I've acquired quite a few more books in that time. So this is going to be a pretty lengthy video, so I'm just going to get right into it. So first off, I bought the first 3 books in the Percy Jackson series. I am way late to the game on this series. I don't think I was very interested in it as a child. I don't really know why, but recently I've decided I wanted to read it and see what all the hype was about, and because I wanted to read the other books that Rick Riordan has written, and I felt like I couldn't do that before reading the Percy Jackson series. So I just have the first 3. I'm slowly acquiring them, but yeah. Next up, we have The Coldest Girl in Cold Town by Holly Black. I have wanted to read this for a very, very long time. I love Holly Black's writing, and I have heard amazing things about this. So I actually got this for $3 at Books A Million, and you'll see from most of this haul that I buy a lot of bargain priced books, and I get a lot of my purchases from Book Outlet, but I kind of just love that I can get books for $3, but it also kind of ruins me because if I see a book is $11 for a hardcover, in my head that's oh my god, that's expensive, I should just wait for it to go on sale. But you know, I'm late to the game on most of these books, but I'm really excited about all of them. Next up, we have I'll Give You the Sun by J.D. Nelson. Yet again, I'm quite late to the game on this book, but I've heard amazing things about it. I know it's a contemporary. I can't quite remember what it's about because I definitely bought this a little bit ago, but this was so talked about on the booktube community, and I'm very excited to finally own it. Next up, we have The Silkworm by Robert Galbraith, aka J.K. Rowling. I absolutely loved the first book in this series, The Cuckoo's Calling. It's not really a series, it's more just a Mormon strike novel. I really liked it because he's a very interesting character. He's a private investigator, and I read that book quite a while ago. I want to say I think it was the beginning of my senior year of high school, and I was absolutely in love with it. I think I just spent all day reading it, and it's taken me a while to finally buy this because it was a $28 book when it first came out, and the third one has just been released, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to bite the bullet on that one either, but I got this for $6 or something, or $7 on Book Outlet, so I was just very excited about this. Next up, we have Young Elites by Marie Lu. I can't quite remember what this one's about either. I believe it's kind of a little bit dystopian. Maybe I'm totally wrong, but she's the same author who wrote the Legend series, which I did not end up reading because I heard very seriously mixed reviews about it, and I finally started hearing about it when I was kind of getting over my dystopian phase. But yeah, I thought this sounded pretty cool, and I wanted to check it out. Next up, we have Zeros by Scott Westerfeld. I have heard really funny things about this. It's basically about a group of heroes that have less than amazing powers, and it sounded really funny to me. I love Scott Westerfeld's writing, and I'm pretty excited because this cost me $4 or $5 on Book Outlet, so you can't beat that. Next up, I bought the first 2 books in the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy from Book Outlet. So I have The Daughter of Smoke and Bone and Days of Blood and Starlight by Laini Taylor. I have heard amazing things about this, especially from Catty-tastic on BookTube. So I was really excited when these showed up on Book Outlet, and I decided to pick them up. And then just a couple days ago, I decided to buy Dreams of Gods and Monsters. I wasn't totally sure if I wanted to get it in hardback because I bought the first 2 in paperback, but it was $5 at Books A Million, and it was right there, and I had to buy it. So they don't match, but I mean, I guess it's okay. It's a nice, pretty book. So I'm happy. Next up, I got The Clockwork Prince by Cassandra Clare. I still have yet to start these books. I have yet to start the Infernal Devices or the Mortal Instruments series, and I had originally wanted to get the original covers for both series, but I think I'm only going to be able to get the original covers for the Infernal Devices because pretty much the new covers are everywhere for the Mortal Instruments, and I only have the first one so far, so I think I'm just going to probably donate that one and get the new covers. But yeah, I'm quite excited to get into this. Like, please comment down below the order I should read these series, just because I've heard that it's kind of better to read them in publishing order, and then I've heard it's better to read the Infernal Devices first, so give me your opinion down below. Thank you very much. Next up, I got Anna and the French Kiss and Lola and the Boy Next Door by Stephanie Perkins. I didn't buy Isla only because it was in hardback, and I wanted them all to match, but obviously, like in the case of The Daughter and Smoke and Bone, that really didn't matter that much to me. But I just decided to buy the first two and wait to get the third one in paperback. But I am so excited. I've heard these books are so cute. I'm so late to the game, but I'm trying to catch up. I am trying to catch up on all the books that I missed in the 5-year period where I just reread my shelves over and over again. Next up, we have another book that I have wanted to read for so long, and I was so excited when it got put on Book Outlet, and that is The Diviners by Libba Bray. I have heard amazing things about this. It is such a cool sounding, it's like set in New York City in 1926, and it's just got a lot of like darker kind of things to it. I've just heard amazing things about this, and I can't wait to get into it. Next up, we have The First 15 Lives of Harriet August by Claire North. I've wanted this book since I first heard Peruse Project talk about it, and I kind of had just never gotten around to it, but I walked into Barnes & Noble 3 days ago, and it was on sale for $6, and I was so excited. I literally like freaked out to my mother about how much I wanted this book, and she was just like, okay, if it means that much to you, but like, I have heard so many amazing things about this, and I cannot wait to start it. Obviously, I'm not the best at summarizing books that I haven't read yet, so I will be putting all the GoodReads links down below to every book that I've talked about. And in another trip to Barnes & Noble's bargain books section, I got the Classic Works collection of F. Scott Fitzgerald. I don't know why I can never like get his name out, like just rolling out. This includes This Side of Paradise and The Beautiful and the Damned, along with 19 other stories from him. I realized how much I loved F. Scott Fitzgerald. I don't know why I cannot just say that. When in my American Lit class, we read one of his short stories, Babylon Revisited, and I've already read Gatsby, and I just really love modernist literature is what I've kind of realized, and kind of this period of literature, so I'm really excited to get into this. It's pretty giant, but hopefully I'll kind of just get through it piece by piece and read when I can. So now I told you about I walked into Barnes & Noble, saw the 15 Lives of Harry August on sale, and I was like, this is the best day ever. It got better because I got a signed copy of Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. I know this is like super nerdy to be really excited that this is a signed copy, but like it was the only one on the table, and it is signed, and I've only read Eleanor and Park by her, and I'm about to start Landline, but I've just heard such good things about this. Like Catty-tastic, read it like 4 times in a row, and these are people that I really trust, so obviously I'm quite excited to start this, and I'm so excited that it's signed. That just like makes my day. Next up, we have Confess by Colleen Hoover. I have read Ugly Love, and I think at least one other story by Colleen Hoover that I've really liked. She's a really good contemporary author, and this is just such a pretty cover. I don't know what it is about this I saw this, bargain books, $4, like pretty much this entire haul. I don't think I paid full price for Carry On, but like everything else was pretty much on sale, and I'm just so excited. Next up, we have The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini. I suck at pronouncing names, but this is one of the books that pretty much every lit teacher I've ever had has told me I needed to read, and it's just such a powerful book. It's set in Afghanistan, I believe, and you know, that's just not a place. I don't read a lot of books that have been set in the Middle East, and I feel like I definitely should, so I'm really excited to get into this. Next up, I bought another book that I should have read a long time ago, and that is The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. My best friend who never reads says this is her favorite book, and I just was like, you need to get into this. And I really like literature that's set during World War II and the Holocaust, just because it really interests me, because it's so terrible, and I really like learning more about that time period, so I'm really excited to get into this. Next up, we have Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. I walked into Target, had to buy a book, and was really excited because I found this. And I mean, I haven't even started Cinder yet, which is terrible, but I've heard amazing things about the Lunar Chronicles, obviously, and I definitely want to get it started. Next up, we have Why We Broke Up by Daniel Handler. This is another book that I have heard amazing things about. It is illustrated, which I just really like. I love the way this book is formatted, and I'm really excited to get into it. It just looks like a really cool award-winning book, and I'm really excited to get into it. Next up, we have The Luminaries by Eleanor Catan. I have heard such good things about this as well. This thing is huge, but it's like one of those really satisfying paperbacks that I like so much. So I saw this on the $10 paperbacks or something like that, like literature for $10 at Books A Million, and I had to pick it up. It's so pretty too. Yet again, I can't quite remember what this is about. It's 1866. So that's great, and I'm really excited. Hopefully I will be making a video about this when I finish, just so I can be a little bit more informative. And last but not least, I have The Queen of the Tearling by, who is this by? Erica Johansson. Yet again, this is another book that got so much hype, and God, it's so pretty. I saw this, it was $7 at Books A Million. I mean, how could I not buy it? It's beveled edges and a little red bookmark, and it's just so gorgeous. I want to put this on display. Like, I don't even want to put it on my shelf. I just want to like hang it up in my room. It's so pretty, and I'm so excited to get into it. So I believe that is the end of my book haul. That has probably taken me a couple months to rack up there, but yeah, I didn't spend that much money, surprisingly, on all of those books because they were all so well priced. But yes, thank you so much for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, all the normal stuff, and I'll see you guys next time, hopefully a lot sooner than this video came.